Hey everybody, I'm Pete Nordstrom, president of Nordstrom, and I want to introduce you to a new podcast called The Nordy Pod. The Nordy Pod gives customers, business people, retail professionals, really anyone who likes an interesting conversation, insight into the Nordstrom culture, the retail business, and how we try to help customers feel good and look their best. I am not a slick professional interviewer, so what you get from me is an unvarnished take on our business, what makes Nordstrom tick, and the people I know who are fun and interesting to talk to. A new episode releases every 2 weeks, so listen on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Or you can go to nordstrom.com/NordyPodcast.
This episode is sponsored by FX's Kindred, the original series only on Hulu. Based on Octavia E. Butler's best-selling novel, FX's Kindred centers on Dana James, a young Black woman and aspiring writer. Dana begins to settle into her new home in Los Angeles and is violently pulled back and forth in time. She emerges at a 19th century plantation and is confronted with secrets she never knew ran through her blood. FX's Kindred, all episodes now streaming only on Hulu.
BooBaes.
BooBaes.
Howdy.
Howdy, hey, and it is Wednesday that we are recording. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Okay, wait, cut that out. I don't think we were. All right, here we go.
No, I love it. Leave it in.
Okay. Hi.
I just blew a rib cage chunk or something from wheezing too hard. Josh has me wheezing.
Come on, Eve. All right.
Who's Eve?
I don't know. Adam, isn't that the story? I don't know. Something about her.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. I think God took Adam's rib and then put it into the dirt. And Eve sprouted up.
That's why she loved apples so much.
Yeah,
the earth.
Yeah, this is scientific. We know the Bible. JK, the Bible has no place in science.
I'm like, let's not marginalize some of our listeners. I'm like, those people are not listening to this podcast.
Christians.
Just laugh maniacally. Oh, but guess what we're talking about today?
Krampus.
So, kind of rooted in, Christmas, I guess. Ish, Christ, Christianity roots. Not really, because it's about.
We got our German roots.
Yeah, we do.
We love us a good German. I could actually understand a good amount of what was being said.
Yeah, by Ami.
Yeah, it's typically Oma, but they call her Omi.
Maybe it's just a little cute.
Little cutesy
nickname.
Yeah.
But
Oma and Opa.
Wow. Hi, and welcome, you guys.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, this is called BooBaes.
This is called BooBaes, but I mean, if you're listening, you know. So, you guys.
It's BooBaes. Oh, I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Joshua.
Did we already say that?
No.
Okay.
This is chaotic already, and I really love it.
My notes for this are fucking chaotic. Josh got me pretty junk.
Yeah.
He got me drunk last night. This is the first time we watched a movie together, too, since
The Exorcist and
The Conjuring.
Conjuring 3.
Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh. Peach Pokey Coke.
I got this beard that you brought me.
Clink. There we go.
Oh, I want to clink.
Let's do that. Okay. All right. So today, guys, I think like we mentioned, if they keep it in, we're talking about Krampus.
Yeah, they have to keep it in.
They have to. It's a 2015 film. 2015. Wow. It feels like so far away than it actually is.
Man, I remember when this came out, and I remember going, no, I'm not seeing that. I said, Ben's in it.
Yeah, from
Ben Wyatt, right? Is his name Wyatt?
Ben Wyatt.
Yeah, Adam Scott is his actual name, right?
Yeah, Adam Scott.
Adam Scott.
I like Adam Scott.
Ben Wyatt.
He's been in a few other things too.
Yeah, the Adventures of Secret Life of Walter Mitty or whatever. I just butchered that name.
No, yeah, that's isn't that the one with Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all like
very
Icelandic.
Yeah, and also like visual.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That movie's fucking beautiful. Visual. I love that.
Was that like his last film?
I don't know. He was such an asshole in it. Oh, I'm back on Adam Scott.
No, you're good. Adam Scott, though. No, I'm sure he's still doing stuff.
Ben Stiller, I don't know. Is he dead? No. The way you said it made it.
R.I.P.
He's going to die tomorrow. Oops.
Just, nope. We're just R.I.P.
You heard it here first. We killed him. Please,
dude,
oh my God, if he dies.
It's literally right. We are going to jail. Thank you, Caitlin. Hopefully we get the bunk together.
Oh, that would be fun. I mean, honestly, it'd be fine with that. We'd get 3 square meals a day.
3? Only 3?
And I'm vegetarian.
I like to eat a lot.
I'm vegetarian, so like I'm pretty sure you get better food there.
Hey,
or maybe
I'm
it's
talking about
just
all bills paid, heat, water.
I got a library with like unending access, and just go read a bunch.
Caitlin, turn it on.
And then look, I can get prison tats to go alongside my really expensive tattoos that I have. I'm sure that'll look great. And then I can lift weights.
You can get strong.
That's right.
Caitlin strong.
I'll be like a
built strong.
Just kidding. That would be terrifying. And then even more people would think
little
that
beanbags.
Little beanbags.
Little hills. Yeah, it's like little hill, like a little hill.
Oh, a little bloop.
A little bloop.
Like SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, like when he's lifting the Beanie Babies. Yes.
Anyways,
tangent, right? We're going to talk about scary movies, right?
Oh God, y'all, this is gonna be an episode.
I love it. So today we're talking about Krampus. Okay, wait.
I promise we just started drinking.
All right, so it's talking about Krampus. It's directed by Michael Dougherty. I think that's how you say his last name.
I was really expecting you to say Bublé.
Michael Bublé. Could you imagine? Yes, he's got a strong resume there. So IMDb. So it's by Michael Dougherty, and he directed this, of course. And then he's actually the director of Trick or Treat.
Oh,
yeah, right.
A fantastic film. Fucking love Trick or Treat.
The range, the versatility.
Yeah.
So
not that this one's not.
Yeah.
Good.
So we got him who decorated Trick or Treat, Krampus.
Decorated.
And then actually, did I say decorated? Directed.
Hey, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. We're in the Christmas spirit.
He put his pizzazz on it. And then
pizza.
I'd like to also mention that he actually directed Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is like I love that movie. Like, it's so good.
I'm be honest, I don't know which Godzilla that is.
That's the second one out of the trilogy that we have going on right now.
Okay.
Because it was Godzilla King of the Monsters, and Godzilla versus Kong, which was really interesting.
Oh, yeah. I remember now when it came out. I said,
not watching that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I watched it for you.
I mean, I do like Godzilla.
So if I start a Godzilla podcast, you can get all your yotes from that.
Well, I say I like Godzilla. One of my favorite anime characters is obsessed with Godzilla. And I love him.
You're showing your roots, Caitlin.
I have to love him
because they love.
Because Iwa loves him.
There you go. And so yeah, directed back in 2015. Basically, the premise of this movie, you guys, is Christmas, but make it like evil, make it dark, and make it scary.
You don't believe in Santa? Get Krampus instead. They said, "Motherfucker."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm gonna show you what Christmas is all about."
Because
I'm gonna lock you in a snow globe
from nobody.
He don't. Or he'll just murder your whole family and say, "Ha, sit there with that now."
Yeah. And so it's pretty much that. Yeah. Basically, we have a family that's dealing with the festivities of what Christmas has become about, I guess. I mean, basically, what you have is a family that's just like really busy with their lives, or like too intertwined and like trying to like what's it called? Trying to like. What is it called when you invite guests over and you do something like you entertain guests? There we go. Entertain their family, hosting. There we go. And they're so caught up in all of this that they kind of lose the true meaning of Christmas and the Christmas spirit and each other. And then also with their guests that come over, it's just like basically
it's everything I hate about the holiday season.
It's basically
I see it and I go, oh,
chaotic and dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
Which I think everybody can relate to in some sort of way. Maybe not this bad, but I mean, like there is that one cousin you don't want to see, or that one aunt and uncle that's a little overbearing.
I think for everyone that is my family. I'm just kidding. They're just some of them.
Your mom's heart is breaking right now listening to them.
My mom's great. Yeah. We're great.
Okay.
People just have no taste. Anyways, can I say a little bit about Krampus himself?
Yeah.
And the lore behind him.
Lore?
Yeah.
Where does it start? Tell me.
Dun, 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 dun. In the beginning of time, Krampus was the only person on Earth.
Really? I was like, damn, Germans take it way back. Okay.
They said, fuck God, Krampus is there.
Do it.
I'm sorry to anyone who is upset by that. Krampus is a Central European popular legend, a half-goat, half-demon monster that punishes misbehaving children at Christmas time. He is the devilish companion of St. Nicholas. So essentially...
basically like evil twin.
Yeah,
kind of
and when you're like, too bad for coal, they send Krampus.
Santa's like, get your ass out there. It's time to show up.
Time to put those kids in your naughty children's sack. What we have a fun little picture we'll post for y'all.
Children's sack, Caitlin?
It says my neck, my back, my naughty children's sack. And it's Krampus. It's so funny.
Okay.
Anyways, Krampus is believed to have originated in Germany, and his name derives from the German word Krampen, which means claw.
Oh, but he has hooves.
He does have
his hands,
hooves.
though, are very, his hands are claw-like. That's right.
Pointy.
Yes.
He got that real long nail job.
Krampus is like a mix between like the beasts from the village mixed with like a reindeer horned thing, a goat, and like also alien from Aliens because that tongue.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His face kind of crusty. He needed a face mask. I think I wrote that in there somewhere. Oh no, that was someone's eyes. Anyways, Krampus was thought to have been part of pagan rituals for the winter solstice, and according to the legend, he is the son of Hel, Hel, the Norse god of the underworld.
Oh, Helen, yeah, which is the sister of Mordor.
Yes.
Which we covered in the ritual.
So we've got Nordic.
Loki's bastard children just be doing it.
And with the spread of Christianity, Krampus became associated with Christmas despite efforts by the Catholic Church to ban him. Why are they getting rid of all the fun shit?
That's how you do it.
Who knows? The creature and St. Nicholas are said to arrive on the evening of December 5th, Krampus night. While St. Nicholas rewards nice children by leaving presents, Krampus beats those who are naughty with branches and sticks.
I
mean, well, they're kids. Never mind. Yeah. I was like, someone could be onto that.
A little BDSM Santa.
I was like, you can come hit me with some branches, Krampus.
Caitlin, this is actually an intervention. We can talk to you about a few things.
You're into some weird shit. In some cases, though, he is said to eat them or take them to hell, as we kind of see in this film.
Why would you want to eat children? I feel like they do not taste good.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably are really gross, and they're not seasoned well.
Not that I'm over here pondering human flesh, but like, I'm not going to start with the child.
I mean, maybe it's like veal.
I hear we taste like bacon.
We do?
Like pork.
Ew, that's disgusting.
I do love me some bacon.
Anyways, on December 6th, St. Nicholas Day, children awaken to find their gifts or nurse their injuries. So pretty much that's Krampus. He's fun. So they have Krampus festivals in Austria and shit, which is like...
Hey, I mean, if you don't want the guy coming and taking you might as well give him a good
worship
little parade.
Yeah. I mean, I would. Also, look, I came to the discovery that I kind of look like this when the wind blows my hair.
Can you save that, please, and send that to me? Yes. What is that first?
It's from Labyrinth. David Bowie. Yeah, it's a little worm L. My hair's blue right now and short.
See what I just witnessed and saw with my own two little beady eyes.
I love it. Anyways, but that's Krampus for y'all.
Yeah, so he evil. And he ready to come take your soul if you don't believe or do the Christmas spirit.
He's snatching souls. With his long ass nails. Anyways, the movie opens up with the true meaning of Christmas.
Shopping.
And beating the shit out of other people to get that last teddy bear. Nothing says, I wrote it, I said, nothing says happy holidays like punching someone in the face.
Yeah, it's a really good commentary on like Christmas shopping, on like, capitalism and how everything now is just, marketed to like, you got to buy gifts and you got to do this because that's what Christmas is about, and come spend your money at our store. I mean, which like we all do it. I mean, I was literally buying gifts yesterday, but hey, it is what it is. But I mean, like, yeah, so I don't know. I can see what the movie's doing, and it's like not far-fetched for me to like see that happening, because obviously we see like videos of like Black Friday shopping happening and stuff where people are literally like,
it's wild. I've never
running over each other.
That shit, but
yeah. Or like even growing up, remember like in shows they would do like those 5-minute flash sales, and like it would just be like a mob of people like coming in, like trying to grab and fight for things off a rack.
That sounds awful.
Kind of sounds thrilling for me.
Get to throw some bows, release some anger.
For real.
So I really do love a nice scary movie that starts off with some upbeat Christmas music though. It's like a real fucking happy, like
it's setting the tone.
Da.
That of like
not like that at all.
Your rendition is way better. It's really setting the tone of like the juxtaposition of like it's supposed to be like happy and hunky dory and like everything's good. It's Christmas, the holidays, everything's beautiful and snowy, and then like literally people are just like fighting,
ripping each other's faces off. Also, side note, so like during all the mayhem, my notes just say, is that the lady from Matilda? You know, the one that would like swing them around by their yeah, she was like
on trench bolt.
Yeah, she was carrying out 2 people like by their hair in the movie, and I was like,
good for her.
That's that lady
She's
from
still
Matilda.
finding work. Good for her.
What if that was, if it really was her? Sure. I appreciate them.
Her.
Oh, it was like a 2-second thing that my slightly inebriated brain noticed.
Yeah, it's
my notes get progressively more chaotic.
I think my notes are pretty good.
Mine make no fucking sense.
Well, so mine are very like 3 words, no sentences. But yeah, and then like segueing into that, we have Max, one of the kids, fighting with a
reindeer.
A reindeer.
I put LOL, like, not Moses fighting a reindeer. Was he Moses? I don't know. He looked
something
like he was
like that. But it was what, a part of a play or something like that.
Yeah, it looked like the nativity scene was happening.
And they were like at the mall putting, whatever. Because long story short,
you don't put on Christmas plays at your local mall.
Like, long story short is Max is throwing elbows and fists, and
because this little kid was trying to tell the other kids that Santa's not real.
Yeah.
And Max said,
he real in my book.
Oh, man, I swear to God, one time I heard Santa on the roof. And
that was something else. That was not Santa, Caitlin.
I'm lucky. We got.
Oh my God.
Didn't get killed by a serial killer that night. I don't know, man. I swear.
He left your house because y'all had a tree. Went to a different house without a tree.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. That sounds like a Christmas killer.
It does.
Like, goes and kills every house that doesn't have a tree.
Did we have a wreath on the door?
I think that's actually a thing.
Oh.
Or it's like the Axeman from like the jazz, whoever wasn't playing jazz, like got murdered.
Yeah, love that.
Little New Orleans for you.
Nolans.
No, there you go. I think that's what I was trying to do. And so, yeah. And so we have them all, like we have the family coming back from this mess of what was happening at the opening, coming home, and the mom and dad, which is Toni Collette and Adam Scott, are, which like good director, I guess, if you can get Toni Collette to be in your Christmas horror movie.
Yeah, for real.
And they are kind of like harping down on Max because they're like, why would you do that? Why would you start that? And he's just saying like, well, that bitch ass kid was telling people that Santa wasn't real, so I had to like show him what was up.
And right before this too, like, is that where we get the title sequence where it says Krampus and then it cuts to grandma cooking in the kitchen?
That's true.
But then yes, they're coming in. I liked that little cut, but because then it also kind of lets you know like grandma got a big part in this.
Oh yeah, foreshadowing.
Grandma do.
Grandma, I mean, we'll get to it.
Oma.
Yes. Miss Omi. And so they're all kind of like getting settled into the house. They're kind of preparing for the like family that's coming in. And so I think that's where we have
I imagine their tensions had to be high. Like I would have been yelling at my kid too.
Stress levels.
Especially if they was punching someone in the face.
And then
well, I would ask if the kid reserved it.
Family. No, yeah, that's true. But at this point too, I know I'm kind of jumping a little bit, but this is where like Beth and the mom are talking about like she said something.
Not being allowed to breathe.
Literally, yeah. I said, quote. She said maybe they should take a test before they're allowed to breathe.
Yeah, I loved that.
Yeah,
and so they're talking. They're sitting there, and we realize that Max still believes in Santa Claus because I just wrote little boy still believes, and then I put human shit in bed. What? And so like they're talking about how awful
this their cousins and their uncle and aunt that are coming to see them.
Beth is her name, right? Beth said, like, there was literally human shit in my bed. And they were like, it was their dogs. She was like, it was shit in my bed. Like,
yeah. No matter, regardless of whose shit it is.
Yeah.
I don't care whose shit it is.
Train your dog. Like, don't shit in.
Don't bring your fucking dog.
Yeah. Or leave it
uninvited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. But yes, it gets to them talking about being allowed to, like whether or not people should be allowed to breed.
Mm-hmm. Which I thought that line was really funny.
It's fucking true.
And then there's a lot of that going on these days.
She's hanging up their nice big Santa photo because they were taking a Santa photo, and we realized that literally Santa is staring at Beth's ass in the photo too, which is just like fucking creep. I hate.
And it just also like adds to the like she's at least the mom is like trying so hard to like not really but like keep this fake Christmas like happiness up, and then obviously look at that picture, he's checking out his daughter's ass. Yeah, so it's just like one more little cherry on the cake or whatever.
It's just this is chaos.
And so then we have Beth talking to her boyfriend, right, and she's talking about like the family coming over, and she really doesn't want them to come over, and so he's inviting her to come over to his house, which that'll come over later in the film.
Because he says, I'm only like 4 blocks away.
Yeah, something like that. And I love how he brings out his bong.
Yeah, peppermint.
That's right.
Candy striped.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to mention that, you guys. Yay for bongs.
Yay bongs.
And then so then at that point we have
we're cutting to
Max starts writing his letter, right?
Yeah, Max is down there talking with Grandma, and pretty much like this. I just wrote dessert before dinner. Hell yeah, because
Grandma knows what's up.
Always like, here you go. I used to always say I eat dessert first in case the good Lord takes me during the meal. But that's not the most Southern thing you ever heard come out of my goddamn mouth.
Yes, in case the good Lord takes me
during the meal.
During the mashed potatoes. I gotta make sure I had some pie.
Sometimes when I'm a little bit drunk too, I have a real bad Southern twang, and it comes out, and I'm like, I'm so ashamed.
It's the way that whenever we visit family up north that my dad has, they're always like, we love how you talk, and I'm just like, y'all are so country.
Y'all are the one to say Minnesota.
Right now. I know they say pop. Can I get me some pop?
No, it's a fucking Coke, bitch.
For real.
Cola. Sorry.
Soda water. And so anyways,
this makes sense.
Finally, we have the family we hate coming over.
And it's the shithead cousins rolling up.
And it's the way that their fucking vehicle shakes the whole house.
Yes.
You noticed that, right?
I was like, are they landing a fucking rocket in the front yard?
Is the X-Men like fucking thing, what's it called? Jet being like landed right out front?
Yeah, it seemed like it. And it kind of gave me like the family vibes. Give me, what is that, the Griswold family Christmas family vacation?
Oh yeah.
Kind of gives me those vibes. Yeah, when they come over and then they've got their fucking trailer in the front yard and pumping shit and stuff.
No, my bad.
Similar looking dude.
Yeah, to the guy from those movies, the uncle. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Because I haven't actually. The only Griswold movie that I've seen is the one where they go to Vegas. That's the only one I've seen. And I just remember the iconic scene at the end where they're all in their 4 different cars, just like on the highway. And so, they get there, and, they're like literally pouring in. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, like they have 4 kids? 5. I stopped. It's the way they stopped counting.
They forgot a fucking child.
In the car.
Yeah.
Truck.
All I wrote, it was, oh my God, this kid is so dumb. It was that curly haired one who's like the mouth breather,
little, like, I guess, closest to youngest kid who, literally Max is trying to like ask him like, what do you like? Do you want to play games? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that?
Like, what
and
do you
he's
ask
literally
Santa
just
for?
like looking at him with
and
this
just
dead
breathing
ass face,
and his lips are like parted, and he's like, kind of looked like Napoleon Dynamite.
Very much that
a little
vibe.
bit, yeah. Like the way that he breathes,
but not even in like a just like
funny way.
But in a very like also more felt like he was being super bitchy and standoffish to Max. Like, I don't want to.
I think he was really just fucking stupid.
Probably. And
it
proves later in the movie.
Yes.
And so it's funny. I really loved when they're coming in, and the mom. I'm trying to remember her name, but I don't remember her name at the moment.
She's been in some things. I recognize her face.
Oh yeah, her. Yeah, she's been in a few things. She's in Good Girls, the first season, which is pretty good. But I'm trying to remember Toni Collette's character's name. I cannot remember her.
Mom,
literally, because she got called mom and a lot of times throughout the movie. Her sister gives her the like casserole or lasagna. I don't know.
I imagine it was probably mac and cheese with hot dogs in it, because they talk so much shit about it.
That's right. And she was like, "Wow, this looks wow." I love that reaction she gave.
It's you can tell, like, No. And I put this is why like
it's
being
like that
around
very
family for the holidays
awkward,
stresses me out.
like we're being nice for nice's sake. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And
then Ben, what's his name in this?
Who's Ben?
Adam Scott.
Oh, Adam Scott. My bad. Yeah. Adam Scott plays
Dad.
The dad. Yeah, but I also can't remember his name.
Okay, I'm gonna call him Ben Wyatt.
Ben Wyatt.
Anyways, Ben Wyatt comes up and he's like, "Isn't there another kid?" Like, it's the way that this motherfucker is the first one to realize, like, yo, y'all forgot the fucking baby in the car.
I would too.
I was like, how the fuck y'all forget a baby? And I said, that's when you know you got too many. When you're forgetting them, that's too many. Yeah. And you cut it off.
So Adam Scott's character's name is Tom. And Toni Collette is Sarah. So now we know.
Tom and Sarah. Boring.
Very vanilla. And so then we segue into...
but that's when Aunt Dorothy comes in.
Yeah. So the sister is like, sorry.
Side note, I had never seen this. So like this was my first time watching it.
My like second, I think.
So I like my note here was can't wait for Aunt Dorothy to die first because this bitch rolls up and it's like fucking cunt.
One, she's uninvited. She's one of those house guests that comes in and she's just like, so where's the food? Where's the beer? What? And then starts like ragging on everything.
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah, if somebody rolled up to my house with an extra person that I was not prepared to accommodate, I'd be livid.
Yeah. I mean,
because
like,
nice.
Where
are you going to sleep? I mean, I'm assuming I don't live in this huge ass mansion that got 8 extra rooms. Yeah. Like, where the fuck is this person going to sleep? I didn't prepare enough table placements.
It's not even... Well, there's
what if I
that.
only made 8 creme brulees instead of 9?
Mm-hmm. And there's all of that, but it's the way that, I mean, Sarah, the mom, they already know and have history with this character, and they don't like her.
Yeah.
Like, they don't like her.
She's a very callous woman.
Yeah, she's very crude. Well, not crude, but very, like, just blunt.
Yeah, she is.
She was a little crude, actually. Yeah, that's right.
Actually.
With the children.
Mm-hmm. She taught them how to make peppermint schnapps.
Yes.
I was like, that's going to be me.
Literally. I saw one earlier. I saw a meme earlier today where it was like, I was at my family's Christmas function and my niece came and brought me my wine and said, here's your Christmas juice. And that's when then it said, that's how I know I'm going to leave her everything.
Yep.
And so, Aunt Dorothy comes in and she's uninvited.
More stress.
Very also obnoxious.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wrote my note says, this family is dysfunctional as fuck.
Yeah.
Because you can literally tell already off the bat, like and then the brother-in-law is just a dick.
He is. He really is. Packer from The Office.
And it's just very like...
playing the same exact character. This could be Packer.
That they always play as well, because I've seen this person in other films, but it just gives, very... I don't even know.
I'm a fucking dickhole.
Yeah, I'm just a dick.
It cuts to them eating dinner, and this motherfucking dumb kid, the one with the mouth breather, he drinks Mountain Dew straight from the 2-liter at the fucking table.
And then burps.
I was like...
I mean,
you heard me. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. No.
I'm not like... You have a burp, but this is
okay.
Like
yeah, I don't care about the burp.
Yeah, no, this is
drink out of a fucking 2-liter
at the table.
You goddamn animal,
you monster. No,
also,
it's just the way that
drink Mountain Dew. Come on.
Well, also too,
unless it's Baja Blast.
There is a time and place, not at this family dinner, but it's the way that the dad is like, that's my boy, and then Tom, Adam Scott's character, is just like that. Yep, that is your boy.
You should be ashamed.
And then the brother-in-law.
Hating on Eagle Scouts.
Hating on the Eagle Scouts because Tom was in the Eagle Scouts.
He was like, what'd you train for? The Marines? The Army? Okay, yeah, fuck you. Not everyone wants to go into that. Also, getting the Eagle Scout, I almost said degree. Getting an Eagle Scout degree is hard.
Or like the badges.
Yeah. I mean, you have to go through some actual shit to like, not like, but
I get what you mean.
There's quite a few hoops you have to jump through in order to gain the Eagle Scout badge.
You have to do all those things, like,
And you're pretty knowledgeable in a fuck ton of things, which comes in handy.
For survival.
Yeah.
Which is, what this movie needs here in a bit.
And he says, all I need to survive is my guns. Motherfucker, gun talk.
So.
And then the wife says, I told you no gun talk at the table.
That's right, yeah. But that's what this character is. And I mean, like.
It's everything I hate in the world.
I don't like guns either.
Yeah.
And so
I would kick these motherfuckers out immediately. I say nope.
Take your spaghetti. No, take your
mac and cheese with hot dogs.
Hot dog noodles out. That would not be my mac and cheese.
This is where I guess she had gotten like pretty upset and was going to get the creme brulee.
That's right.
Because then she said like there's something. She says mac and cheese with hot dogs, Jesus. Yeah. And I was like, mac and cheese with hot dogs, Jesus is right.
Yeah, for real. JC. And
she's
so
flame throwing
they
shit.
go, so Sarah, the mom, goes into the kitchen because just everything is just, she can't, the anxiety is like, I'm just going to go get dessert.
And they're hating on her cooking.
They're hating on her cooking.
Because it's like, not mac and cheese and hot dogs.
Oh, I dare somebody come into my house after the meal that I prepared for them to critique or have anything negative to say about it. You better shove that shit up your throat. Yeah. Down it.
I tried to imagine if any of my family would come in and do that. And I was like, my immediate family, no. I think all of them know. None of them are gonna.
Well, you just don't do that.
Well, also, first off, my cooking's like pretty aight. But then, they're not gonna come in. They know better.
No,
that I'm gonna rip them a whole ass fucking new one if they think they're gonna say something like that to me.
Have some decency.
I'll throw that food on their face so fast, and I'll say, "You fucking make something." Then
I'll say, "Y'all can go get a hotel room." Oh, you can't afford it. Sorry, drive back. Anyways,
sleep in your car.
So yeah. We have just this really dysfunctional thing happening with the family dinner, and then as the mom is in the kitchen, Aunt Dorothy obviously goes in there and kind of tries to talk to her, but Sarah is not having it. She's just like, "Can you please get out of my damn kitchen? Let me creme brulee in peace." And then while that's happening in the kitchen, we have the cousins to Max and Beth, which are Jordan and something else. They found Max's Christmas list.
Yeah.
And they're being dick assholes, and they're like reading it out loud, and it's really like sad because Max is basically just writing like,
he's being such a sweet kid,
and he's so sincere. Like, he doesn't even like, it's not a present or anything. He's like, I just wish my parents would get along.
He wants to hang out with his sister again. He wants his parents to fall back in love, and he asked for life to be a little bit easier for his cousins
and his aunt and uncle.
Yeah. And it's like, that is the most pure shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Sweet
and
baby.
It's the way that they're just literally just harping on him. Poor Max. And
just so because he still believes in Santa.
And obviously Max loses his shit, so he starts a little fight.
He goes ham on them. And I put, as he should, with the nail painting emoji. And then I also put, I still believe in Santa, so fuck y'all.
That or it's Krampus.
I told you, I saw him on the roof.
That or it's Krampus. So.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, fight is happening. Obviously, Max is like, I fucking hate y'all. I'm going to go to my room. And he goes to his room. And
he's sitting there crying. And his dad goes, can I come in? He goes, no.
Well, dad's already in as he's asking.
Yeah.
Such a parent thing.
No boundaries.
No boundaries. And then, Max and him have kind of a little powwow, but it's not really that long. And then Max looks at his little note and is like, about to mail it. He's putting, like, because that is like, you still got to mail it off your Christmas list. And he puts it in the envelope. He licks the envelope before he puts the
chaotic.
Yeah, the chaotic. Yeah.
Yeah, I put who licks the envelope before putting the note in.
Yeah, and so he does.
You're gonna get glue all over the note.
Well, it's like
nobody. And then it's gonna get stuck.
Well, I mean, it's the way. I mean, I still lick those things, but I mean, you're not supposed to because apparently, like in the envelope factories, they have like little cockroaches and little things and bugs that like get stuck into the glue and stuff and whatever.
Yeah, I never put my tongue on it. I always just like spit on my finger and rub it.
That sounds like something else.
Yep. And then
I've never done that before.
On a more pure note, I always, on every card that I close up, I always draw a little arrow and I put, I spit on this.
Aw. See, I want to bring it back to where we're like melting candles and putting a little.
Fucking look at this shit.
All right, you guys. Caitlin's bringing something now. I don't know.
My student invited me to the guard Christmas party. Look at this wax seal.
She gave you a wax seal.
I cut it open on the top because I didn't want to. It says Bestie Klein.
That's cute. I let her penmanship.
Okay, a Cricut did that. Like the Cricut, like the machines.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like, this is really
I know.
Fancy.
I was like, damn, she needs to go into professional calligraphy or some shit.
Oh, wow.
But
that's a really cool seal.
I know. I was like, I can never throw this away.
That's a really cool seal.
It's so pretty. The wax is
the wax is beautiful,
dope.
But like this also like tree of life kind of seal, tree of life and death kind of seal on here.
Death.
Because if you flip it upside down,
we hang.
It looks like broccoli. You're going to think about that every time you look at it. And so, all right, you guys. So Max is gonna send off this list, but then he looks at it and he's like, "Fuck this shit. Fuck everyone else," and he rips it up and he's just like done with Christmas. And he no longer believes.
Throws it out the window.
In the mood. He is ready for it to be over. He just like wants to just
He says, "Fuck Christmas. Fuck you, Saint Nick."
And so
we get a very
and so after he rips it out and puts it into the wind or throws it out the window, we get like this very like dark cloud rolling up and amassing very quickly and abruptly over the house. And it's just like, you know, we obviously know some bad juju is about to go down.
Shit is rolling in. Yeah. Literally.
And so we have we're back with the family, right? And that's when
and it's the way that the dad said, we only have to survive them 3 more days.
3 more days.
I was like,
that's a long time.
Oh, this is where we discussed that we would both shoot ourselves.
That's true. Especially if the family was that bad.
Yes.
And so, we have this blizzard happening that's coming in, rolling in. What's up?
Oh, well, the way that the advent calendar.
You really loved that.
I did. And so I loved how it marked the days, though.
So in between, like when they're marking, like it's December 22nd, December 23rd, December 24th.
Yeah.
Or they started with the 23rd, I think. Caitlin really loves this like advent calendar of like a spooky, ooky.
It was so cute. It had like traditional illustrations and it was just, but it was such an also clever way to like mark the passing of time in the film, too. But yes, it was so cute.
And that's like that seasonal. It's that time of year kind of thing.
I would actually maybe remember to do my advent calendar if it was that cute.
It matches the theme in the rest of your house.
Yeah.
Little tchotchkes and creepy dollies.
Creepy things.
And so we have, for some reason I have my note. It says hot chocolate makes everything better.
Oh, I put that too.
Oh, I think we just both liked hot chocolate and they were making hot chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, because the bad storm had come in and it knocked all the power out.
That's right. Yeah.
And then at one point, I guess the mom is saying to Beth, she was like, "You and your cousins can go have girl time."
Yeah.
And I was like, girl time.
And if you see these cousins, they are not girly girls.
They're not fit.
They are like very butch, like very like tomboyish. I guess I would say, my bad. Tomboy kind of kids or girls, ladies.
Because apparently the dad wanted
boys,
sons.
and so does everything like to treat them as boys, basically. And so that's when we have Beth talking to her mom and she wants to go to her boyfriend's house. And Sarah, the mom, like, there's a blizzard and power's out, and she's just
I would
like,
not let my kid
I would
go
not
out.
let my
I'm
teenage
sorry.
daughter go, no matter what's happening. Like, no, you're staying here. Sorry, you can go FaceTime him if you want. Go, but like, don't leave the house. Like,
because what are you gonna do? Like, they're out of power too, so you're just gonna go sit there. I mean, he can. Yeah. I'd be like, he can come here. You're not going anywhere, though.
That's what I would have said, literally, because, like, no, you're not going to, like, the power's out. It's cold. Y'all are going to cozy up together. You're, like, 15 or 16. Like, those hormones, they don't need that. Nope.
No, sorry.
And so, anyways, we have Beth leaving. She's going up into, like, this fucked up blizzard, whatever situation. And it's the way that we're following her walking down the street. She's she's only got a few blocks to go, but
4 blocks.
4 blocks. And this is when we get our first sighting of Krampus, because he starts kind of stalking. He shows up at like on a roof, and she's like, oh, I don't know what that is, kind of, you know, whatever. But then it's like starts doing this really creepy, like jumping from roof to roof, and she freaks out like anyone would.
Yeah,
and
rightfully so.
And she's running away until she comes to this like DHL van, whatever,
which he had just delivered to their house earlier.
Yeah,
something. I don't remember what.
And so she hides under it, and that's and also throughout this, Krampus is like howling like a wolf.
Yeah. Because I put so this is where my notes are getting pretty chaotic. I put Krampus shows up looking like fucking Sully or some shit. Yeah. I was like looking like fucking Sully or some shit, you know, from like Monsters Inc. The way he's like, anyways. And then I put LOL DHL guy froze. And then I put, is Krampus a wolf? Why are there wolf sounds?
Krampus is everything and anything that he needs to be.
And then I put, this is why you shouldn't have boyfriends.
This is why you shouldn't have boyfriends, you guys.
Because Krampus will eat you.
Can come and get you if you're trying to go get some dick.
Yep, and the little Jack in the Box.
Oh yeah, so that's what happens. She ends up under this van, and Krampus like is walking up right next to the van. You can see his hooked feet, and it's like very creepy. It's very
like
scary.
When you're under the bed and the killer's trying to get you. It's like that.
And so,
but under a DHL van.
She is looking at the feet, and then it like jumps away, and it's the way she feels like she's safe, but then a little, what did you call it again? A Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
A Jack in the Box pops up right next to her, and it's like doing that thing where the little arm is like winding around and it's playing music, and like it opens, but nothing pops out.
Yeah. It just opens, and I was like, because I was so excited.
It's a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, because I was like, love a good Jack in the Box, and then I put, damn, that was a dumb scare.
And so you'll get your Jack in the Box later.
That's true. And then I was confused because all of a sudden, what? Like colors come out of it. I don't know, like a little light.
Yeah, it's like a little, you can barely see the top of it, but it's making these like creepy noises, and then you just start.
You see the van.
It's a shot of a van, and it's kind of bouncing around, and you just hear Beth freaking out.
And I was like, wait, did something eat her? I didn't even know.
Beth is dead at this point. And so at that point, that's whenever we get back to the house, and they're all kind of chilling, and that's whenever
the parents are having a nice moment.
Yeah, they're having a nice little moment out of all this chaos.
Falling in love again, just like Max wanted.
And I don't remember if it's Max or the mom, or someone brings up, they're like, where is Beth?
The mom brings it up first, I think.
That's right, because she's telling them like, we let Beth go, and she hasn't come back, and it's getting dark. And so
he was like, he's with whatever, Benji or something.
I don't remember the boyfriend's name.
Yeah.
But
she's fine.
But no, at this point they're like, the dad, Tom, and the brother-in-law.
Well, because then Max does come down. Max comes down, and he's like, it's dark now, and Beth isn't back.
That's who made it.
Yeah,
he's the one who brought it.
I was like, Max is worried. We should all be worried.
And so that's whenever the dad and the brother-in-law are like, all right, we're gonna get in Lucinda, his big ass truck.
I put Lucinda as the name of the Hummer, and I put the way I gagged because I think I actually did.
A Hummer.
I was like,
And so we have them trying to, well, before this, we have Grandma kind of giving this, Grandma throughout the whole movie, before she comes clean with her fucking self, is like giving all these looks of like she knows what's happening, but she ain't telling nobody nothing.
You don't withhold information from the group.
Especially when it comes to survival.
We've said this so many times.
We let everything. We are communicators. Open communication saves everything, literally. And so we have brother-in-law and Tom going out. Dick Bro. I'm calling him Dick Bro and Tom.
Dick Bro.
Going out, and they're looking for Beth. And they finally while they're in the Lucinda, what is it?
He says global warming my ass. He's like, it's like 20 degrees. And I was like, global warming goes both ways, motherfucker.
Well, and that's what global warming does, that everything is getting so heated up that the climate gets out of whack, and that
everything's
we have an ice
more
age.
Extreme.
Has nobody seen The Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah, for real.
That's not like
Ice Age
fiction.
With Sid.
Ice Age, please, come on now.
And Dorothy also made some sort of shotgun wedding comment towards
the sister.
And I don't remember what it was, but I remember I loved it. I was
it's because she was saying, why would you let her go see the boyfriend like right now unless you want her to end up with a shotgun wedding? And then that's when the sister is like, well, she can go see her boyfriend or something like that, or something like kind of whatever, trying to play it down. And then the aunt Dorothy is like, well, you would know about a shotgun wedding. Yeah.
Loved it.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't right, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts, or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.
And so, yeah, they're they're having, the brother-in-law and Tom are having this kind of little chat while they're looking for Sarah, and then we kind of go back to the house, and that's whenever they start hearing things on the roof.
Oh yeah, I have a few more notes before that happens.
Okay.
So they're driving, and then they come across. I put, LOL, is that a tank? And then I put, oh no, it's a dump truck. I'm just dumb.
Oh.
But that dump truck does come into play later.
It does. That's a snowmobile, isn't it?
Yeah, like a snowplow thingy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they notice
snowmobile.
Fucking
snowplow, man.
The glass is punched in, and then I put this music, LOL, but I don't know what that means. And so they realize like something has attacked whatever was in this truck, but then they also know that this truck is here, and it is hopefully going to be their savior later. It's not, but whatever. And then I just put, someone said you packed guns on Christmas. And I was like, ugh.
He's that
it
guy.
Reminds me of like an ex I had. And it's just like, that is.
So you're holding a lot of ugh to this.
Yeah. Made me want to vomit.
So we have them.
But yes, they're back in the house.
And now they're back to the house. And so that's whenever the rest of the family's there and they start hearing these thuds on the ceiling. And
big ass
Sarah,
thuds.
the mama's like, oh, it's just squirrels.
I put, what the fuck kind of squirrels y'all have there?
And then that's when Aunt Dorothy is like, in this weather? Like, and then so,
also squirrels don't make that loud of a sound ever.
No, of course not. And then they hear a really loud ass thud, and then Dorothy's like, they must be playing with them nuts.
Playing with their nuts.
It's the way that throughout this movie, Aunt Dorothy starts becoming like a.
I start liking her more.
Comedic commentary.
Yeah,
she's just like commenting on everything. And so.
Derek is the boyfriend's name.
Derek.
Because I put, Derek dead.
Yeah, because that we're going back to Tom and Dick Bro. They're looking for Beth, and they end up they finally get to Derek's house, and it's the way that it's like all messed up, and obviously something came and attacked.
It's like the snow had gotten into like all the doors and stuff were open.
And everything just like was thrown around everywhere.
Yeah.
And then we have
like a tornado came through. We have a little gingerbread man.
Yeah, Dick Bro finds the gingerbread man like stabbed onto the fridge.
Doesn't he take a bite of it?
No. He takes a bite of a little cookie that he like got off the counter. Oh, that's right. He didn't bite the gingerbread.
I was too drunk.
Yeah. And so, and he's just like, whoever did this was sick. And so, there. And
then someone's face looked icy. I put, his face looks icy. Ew, he needs to do a face mask. Oh, I think it was Ben's.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, because of the frostbite that's happening.
Yeah.
Because it's so cold out there. And so then that's when they hear Beth screaming. And so then
at first they see the chimney all blown out, though.
That's true.
Because
they see, yes, that's right.
It like cracks above it, and he says, is that a
bursted pipe
gas line? Yeah. And then they see the giant hoof prints in the snow, and he's like, I've hunted so much in my days, like these are hoof prints. And then Ben, Dad, says, okay, but what kind of animal walks on its hind legs?
Yeah.
And so we're getting little clues as to how Krampus is made up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yes, they hear Beth screaming.
And so that's whenever they go outside and they're trying to look for Beth. But then they don't find her. They just hear her screaming. Mm-hmm. But then something gets a hold of Dick Bro.
Yeah, but something got Dickhead.
And starts taking him. And I said Dick ass getting dragged under the snow.
And I put, LOL, your guns didn't save you, did they? And then I went, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Because they did.
Just a little bit. But Tom comes and saves the brother-in-law and pulls him out of the what's it called, the snow. And so
they had like these little like scurry pathways that they end up dragging people through quite a bit.
It's very like
his minions,
or like and it's almost like, have you ever seen the movie Tremors?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Tremors, like they're in the sand and then they come out and snatch them and take them down into the dirt. And so,
who is it? Someone from Scream was also in quite a few of the Tremors movies.
Someone from Scream?
Who? Randy.
Oh,
I believe
Randy,
the guy who plays Randy.
Jamie Kennedy,
maybe.
I know Kevin Bacon's in it.
I don't know if it's a major role.
Maybe he's in the later one. I don't know about the first one.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And so we have basically, now we're getting back to the house because the rest of the family hears like shots going off, and they're getting worried about what's happening outside. So the mom is about to go out and look for is it confirmed?
Yeah, it is Jamie Kennedy.
Okay.
Also Reba McEntire's in one.
Yeah, she's in the first one.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I've seen the first one a lot, so that's why I know the first one. I don't know what that speaks about me, but I've seen it a lot, and you know what? I like it. And so then we have them back at the house. They're kind of freaking out because they hear these gunshots, and so the mom is about to go out to go see what's like. She wants to go figure out what the fuck's happening.
And Lucinda was on fire.
Oh, that's right.
That?
No, before.
But that's
so
a
the
major...
but the guys are out there because while they're like getting attacked or whatever, or right before they get attacked, Lucinda, the truck was set on fire, and like not even on fire, it was like blown up.
Yeah, it looked like it was flat.
It was already done. Like it was already not even on fire. Like
there's
it was burned
no
away. Yeah,
salvaging this.
Yeah,
it was messed up.
Triggered. And so anyways, they So they're like back at the house. They're freaking out. They're about to go out to try to save these guys, but that's the way Tom and the brother-in-law come back to the door, and they're like freaking out. They're like, "Don't go out there! Don't go out there!" Then the brother-in-law is about to like be like, "This is what's happening," but the Tom is like, "Not here, not right now, not in front of the kids," and so they send the kids out into the kitchen. But
Max is like, "Fuck, you're not gonna tell us?"
Yeah. Max wants to know. And so then we have Aunt Dorothy. I love how they're like, "Aunt Dorothy, can you please be with the kids?" And she's like, "I don't even like kids. I didn't even like kids when I was a kid." And so, but she's like, "All right, I'll go watch them." She goes, "Come on,
kids, I'm going to teach you how to make peppermint schnapps."
And then he asks the grandma to go take care of the kids as well. And that's when she's like, "Just make sure the fire keeps burning." Yeah. So another clue of like, grandma knows what's happening.
Grandma knows. And
also,
Benny just looks real good with snow in his beard.
Okay. I love how you wanted to. You just got to make it happen.
I made a note of that.
It's the way like, but like 5 minutes earlier, you were like saying, "Oh, he looks horrible."
Oh yeah. I think it was maybe other guy who needed the face mask.
Okay.
Dickhead.
But
he looked good with his snow in his beard now.
And so they are all like trying to like basically just like they're trying to get information of like what's even happening out there. And
Dickhead says he should have gone to his brother's.
Yeah.
And they were like, "We're not going to a pig barn." He was like, "Well, Jesus was born in a barn." I was like, "I don't think that's your salvation right now, sir."
And so that's when we have all that's going on. And then Aunt Dorothy is making the peppermint schnapps with the kids, teaching them the peppermint schnapps. And she's like, "I won't tell if you won't tell on me." And like, so
she lets them drink.
Yeah, she's letting them drink it. And so then I think that's whenever I guess at that point they decide that they're gonna get Beth in the morning. They're gonna let the storm pass and they're gonna stay up all night, whatever. They're
gonna watch a Christmas movie together.
And that's whenever Tom is, they're kind of having this little heartfelt moment where the dickhead is like, "Thanks for saving my life" to Tom. And he's kind of like, "Oh yeah, sure." And it's like very like when like Mel talks, it's like males can't even say like a compliment to each other, like thank you, whatever. And they also, they don't really like care for each other that much. So it's like kind of awkward. And then that's whenever they're kind of discussing about the plan, right?
Yes. Also, we should probably note that the snowmen are changing.
Oh, that's right. Outside of the windows, the snowmen that were built, like I guess previous to the movie, there's more and more of them, and their faces are getting more menacing. And
then Max also asked, "Dad, are we gonna die?" And it's like,
"Yes, you are.
Yeah,
you are. I'm sorry, son."
Yep.
And so
dickheads keeping watch.
Yeah, so
would not trust him.
Tom said he was gonna stay up first, take first round of like keep making sure everyone's safe, and then the brother-in-law. Oh my God, the brother-in-law keeps saying this dumb line of a shepherd's got to protect his flock.
Ugh, yeah.
And I'm just like, anyways, yeah. So. My note says too, I would not trust this motherfucker, and we pan and like clicks to the next scene and he's asleep.
He's fucking asleep. Asleep. Bitch fell asleep.
Everyone's asleep in the house. It's
Battery's
getting
dead.
cold. The battery just died.
Dead.
The fire just died, and then we have these little like laughing sounds happening, which me and Caitlin found super funny.
Yeah, we did.
And basically we have this like down the chimney. Or coming down the chimney, there's like the little string of lights, yes, holding a gingerbread. Not the gingerbread. It's holding like a rattler, like some kind of ornament thing. Oh yeah, whatever.
I was like, I thought it was also chains.
And maybe have been chains.
Maybe that's what the gingerbread man came down on.
I thought it was a string of lights.
Oh, I don't know. At one point, it looked like chains. I was drunk. Don't trust me.
No. It had one of those. It kind of seemed like one of those like metal things that have like a cat toy almost that has like a ding. Like a jingle thing to it, or like silver bells, bells that are Christmassy.
Yeah, the Christmas bells.
And so they're shaking them, trying to get attention to somebody, and then that's when little stupid boy pops up.
Little stupid
boy pops up, and he's
little dumb
going to grab it, and obviously they start pulling him up the chimney.
I'd fall for that. It's cute.
And so everybody always is waking up.
And of course the dumb one goes for it. Yeah. Oh, but then the motherfucker bites the gingerbread. He bites his head, and then the gingerbread goes, "Wah!"
Yeah.
And then he like lights on fire and shit or something. And this is where I wrote, "Not the gumdrop buttons," from Shrek.
Yes. And so,
but you shouldn't eat weird chimney cookies. Oh yeah. So the fucking thing. And then the whole place gets set on fire, though, by the fire log going over to the tree.
Yes, because at this moment, they're all trying to pull down now the little boy.
Yeah, he made the cookie mad.
And so they're trying to pull him down, and it's taking the whole family. They're not having any success. The Christmas tree catches on fire. Max goes to get the fire extinguisher, tries to put that out. They're all like trying to get him out, but to no avail.
Mom, Sarah, right?
Yeah.
Is the main one holding on to him.
And when she's up there in the chimney, she sees the little gingerbread cookie and it starts screaming at her, and she screams at it, and then it screams at her.
I can't.
It's very comedic. It's the way that the movie up until this point is building good suspense, but when they start bringing in like
these gingerbread men, it's really, that's where they lose me.
Yeah, to be honest. And there's a few other moments too. But yeah, they lose the little boy, and he goes all the way up and his little shoe falls, and they're like, they're all freaking out. They're like, what the heck?
What the fuck is going on? And this is where Omi decides to speak up. She says,
yes,
it started with the wind. And then we get into some like little Tim Burton illustrations.
Animation, yeah.
And that was so good. I really did like that part.
It gave me like Deathly Hallows.
It reminded me of Candyman too.
And Candyman.
To the recent Candyman.
Candyman.
Yeah.
That has kind of like an illustration as well. And so we got the backstory of Krampus of when the grandma was young. She was visited by Krampus because her family and like the townspeople lost the spirit of Christmas. And
she wished that they would all go away. And so her wish got granted with Krampus coming after the family. And it shows that he left her as a reminder of what happens when you lose the spirit of Christmas. And so, yeah. She referred to him as the shadow of St. Nicholas as well, which I really liked that. I thought I was like, ooh.
Makes more spooky. Yeah. And so Grandma, okay, we finally know what's happening. And then that's...
she said she's up there and she could only listen as they took all of her family away. And she was waiting for them to take her. And then he comes up, and he gives her that little bell, little ornament.
He gave her an ornament as a reminder.
He just wants to be a friend. It's a present. Aw, so sweet.
I wouldn't say a friend, but more of a guidance counselor.
Yeah.
A mentor. Something. Anyways, and so yeah, he and her, whatever, she survived, and so now she just forever has to bear this burden of like the fact that she wished her family to go away and they're all dead. And so
Dickhead doesn't believe her.
Dickhead is like, oh, come on, y'all are believing this like crazy old senile story.
And it's like, how can you not when you've literally just witnessed so much unexplainable shit?
Yeah. I mean, if it's not that, like something that's not normal is happening. Like, you can't not,
And so far, this seems to be the closest option that you would have.
And yeah, it's the way Tom asked Sarah, like, what did you see up there? And she's just kind of like not even responding.
You don't want to know.
She's like, you don't want to know.
And this is when we see the little dummy's a snowman.
Oh, the kid.
Yeah.
So it's the way that the brother-in-law is like, I'm going to go find my kid. And he's losing his shit. And then he's about to go out and everybody's trying to stop. And he points the gun at Tom.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And that's when you're like, okay, come on, bro. Like, okay, you obviously are not mentally fit to own, like have a gun in your hands. You're going to be freaking out
and pointing it at your family.
And pointing at your family and just saying like, I'm going to go do what I want to do. Like, no, you don't. That's a civil conversation. You do not have to point a gun. And so he opens the door. He's trying to get out, but it's the way that we see that the little, I mean, I would assume, you're assuming, right, that the little boy is now a snowman.
Yeah. It looked like his face and everything. Like, I mean,
I think they even said his name. Like, oh, he was the dad, the Dick Bro's name is like Howie or something like that, because he was Howie Jr. or something like that. And so, I'm sorry, you guys. People who have juniors, like, you're that vain. You're that fucking vain.
I was supposed to be Charles Robert Klein the Fourth, but I'm a female.
Thank God you were Caitlin.
Yeah. But my initials are still
could have kept you Charles.
I know, like Charlie would have been so cute. But my initials are still CRK. Like,
so it matches.
And then my middle name is Rochelle and my mom's middle name is Michelle. So it's like, my dad did originally want to name me Quadrophenia, which is like a Rush album.
Quadrophenia? What would there's so many like ways you can shorten that, like
Quaddy.
I call you Quad. Feeny. Yeah, I like that one.
No.
Dre. Hey, Dre.
Dre.
And so,
I love it. I'm making a name change.
They're trying to go out, but then they, whatever. Blizzard's too strong. They're freaking out.
Another day passes because my advent calendar shows up.
Yeah, so they go back in, and it's the next day already. It's the 24th at this point, I believe. So Christmas Eve.
We see Ben circling on some maps, aka Tom.
He's trying to Tom is trying to make a plan of like how we can get from this house, go pick up Beth, and get to a snow plow. Well, not pick up Beth, sorry. Get to the snow plow, look for Beth on the way, and get to the mall because apparently the mall has like a storm shelter.
Yeah, it doubles as a
disaster shelter. And if that isn't the case and it's closed and no people are there, they were just going to go to the police station.
Yeah.
So they're trying to come up with this little plan. And they... Oh, what's happening? Oh, so while they're doing this...
The twins go upstairs.
The twins think they hear Beth.
Oh, and they were going upstairs to use the toilet because Aunt Dorothy clogged the one downstairs.
That's right. So they're going upstairs to just use the restroom, but that's when they hear Beth, what they think is Beth, up in the attic.
And they're like, "Where have you been? Like everyone's been freaking out.
And
what are you doing?"
It's like, "Why don't you come up here and find out?"
Yep. And then they go.
They deserve to die at that point.
Yeah.
And so they go up there. They are, we already, at that point, everybody's downstairs, and then we hear the twins screaming.
Yeah.
And
Rosie goes somewhere and says, they go, "Rosie, go see." And she goes, "Nope." Yeah. The dog.
And so they all get up, and they're going up.
And they make Aunt Dorothy hold the baby.
Aunt Dorothy's holding the baby, but it's the brother-in-law and the sister's kid, but Sarah and Tom are the ones that are leading the, like, we're going up here to see what's going on. I'm like, those aren't even your fucking kids. And so, they're searching for Jordan and Stevie. I wrote their name. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
And so once they get up into the attic, that's when they see they point the light and they see the evil Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I said Pennywise wannabe.
The Jack in the Box. Yeah, Pennywise the Jack in the Box. And it's devouring Stevie.
And I think Beth is, so I put, this is where I went, oh, okay, Beth is in the naughty children sack already, which is... Yeah. This is like leading. So he eats them and then he takes them to Krampus, essentially. And so this is, I finally put two and two together. I was like, okay, so she for sure did get eaten because I wasn't sure
that she was dead or not.
Yeah, because
I forget that it's your first time watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, it just showed the van shaking.
But it never gave like a good, like, is she dead? Is she not?
Yeah. I was like, I assume she got eaten. And then I had the realization here. I was like, okay, yes, Beth is for sure in there. And yes, the twins are joining them.
Well, Stevie is joining her ish. And so we have them kind of like freaking out and they start fighting. Well, right after that happens, and they're like trying to shoot the Jack in the Box. The Jack in the Box runs away. And that's whenever we have evil angel of doom, Tree Topper.
The tree
who like is just screeching, and then they're all freaking out, and it attacks funny. Sarah and gets her onto the ground, and they're trying to get her off, but that's whenever the like robotic toy starts attacking the dad, and then this teddy bear
just going ham,
with vicious teeth starts attacking
the other sister.
The toys are being influenced by Krampus, and
then Dickhead is downstairs,
who is getting assaulted by the gingerbread
with
men.
The gingerbread men,
with
and
the
then
nail guns.
There's shooting the nail gun. I was like, oh, it's like Final Destination 3.
Yeah. And then we have basically everybody's trying to fight these evil toys and the gingerbread man. Then we have the scene upstairs with the sister-in-law, and she sees Jordan, who's on the floor. It's just like mama bear mode kicks in, and she just starts attacking
ham. Yeah, she really does. She fucks some shit up
on her little teddy bear. And then it's right before she starts attacking the angel that the angel does this like whole like lick, like it sticks this long tongue out and starts like licking that was Sarah.
So funny.
And this angel does give very, you said it, Chucky's Bride, the Bride of Chucky vibes.
Yeah, because that's what. Yeah, my notes were like, dude, I don't even know what the fuck is going on anymore. Rosie comes in. Oh, Rosie eats the cookie. That was funny.
That happens after this, yeah.
Oh,
simultaneously.
It's all
happening simultaneously.
Major Bride of Chucky vibes, though, with the tree topper, yeah, for sure.
So downstairs, the brother-in-law sets the gingerbread man on fire, and then they're like running.
And he's
around.
Like shooting him with a shotgun. I was like, why are you wasting shells on cookies, dude?
And
like,
so
just stomp on them.
Put them in water. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're on fire. They're running around. They attack him more, but he kills them, and then kills one with the shotgun, and then Rosie eats the other one. Like you just said.
And she comes out.
And then that's whenever we have the
Sarah gets strung up just like in Hereditary.
Right. Yeah, just like it.
Just like her, except for she's not.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Love that scene.
And then we have the culmination of that fight scene ending, and then that's whenever they go downstairs.
Or Tom he got stabbed like a
by the
lot.
robot, in the back, by this little knife, but still,
but still stabbing him. And Rosie came to the rescue again somewhere. I don't know what she did, but she made shit in beds, but she's coming in clutch now.
Yeah. Well, it's the way that he'd already called her good for nothing already.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, and then, they sent her into the fucking vents. Sent her into the vents.
That hasn't happened. Yeah.
Well, they're going back down.
Yeah. So they're going back down. What happened upstairs, they're going back down, and then they're talking to Howie about what was fucking happening. And then they're like, they took what's her face, Stevie or whatever.
And Max realizes that. I think it was Max realizes the sounds are coming from the vents.
And that it's in the walls, basically. Yeah. And so that's when they send Rosie in there to go get go attack the little evil Jack and I keep wanting to say Jack-o'-lantern, Jack in the Box. And they literally fall through the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
And then that's whenever the elves come in, right?
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, not so. Okay. Yeah. They send. I put an English bulldog would never. And then something I said got that motherfucker like a fish, but I don't remember why.
I remember us mentioning that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember.
And then the Harpy Angel comes in going ham again, and then Dorothy's got a gun, and I said sing to the tune of Janie's got a gun, but Dorothy comes in, she starts shooting shit.
Okay.
And Dorothy does, and then
because she starts the Jack in the Box. Oh my god. Yeah.
The Jack-o'-lantern.
The Jack in the Box.
Dorothy then gets smashed. Something.
Well, that's because the elves come in.
Yeah,
and then
his minions come to the rescue.
They come in and they break the window or whatever, and then
they break through like that whole wall.
They start chaining up Dorothy, and then they're like chaining her up while the rest of the family is like pinned up, cornered against the wall.
They steal the baby.
And they snatch Dorothy out, and then,
with a very comical sound.
Noise. That's the thing for kind of ruined it for me.
Is Looney Tunes?
Throughout this the fighting scenes and all that, regardless of the little gingerbread man and the toys, they would add these like boink and like
very the onomatopoeia borderline as if you were reading a comic book or something, and it's like bam. Yeah, it was like it was very in your face.
Yeah, and I didn't like how it really took away from the horror of it, to be honest.
It did make it a little too cheeky, too funny.
Truly, you guys, out of this box, don't mind that.
Why does it taste like it's sweetened with fake sugar?
Because it probably is.
Ew, I hate it.
And so then we have them taking Aunt Dorothy and the baby, and then the sister-in-law's freaking out because they took the baby, and Howie's just like, forget the fucking baby.
And Dorothy yelled, "See you in hell."
Yeah.
I was like, I love this lady.
And so then we have
Krampus acting like a wolf again.
Yeah. My note says the sound effects are so cheesy and take away from the mood. And then that's whenever Krampus fucking sorry. That's whenever they're gonna leave the house.
Yeah, they're trying to get to that snowplow.
And so they're trying to get there, and they're all about to leave, but then Granny, Miss Omi, sacrifices herself and closes the door. Well, no, tells them go get out of here, and then closes the door.
And there was a good electricity glitch, that right before shit was getting real weird in the house, and I think that's when what kind of makes Omi decide that she needs to stay behind, because shit was getting too real, and the glitched and little music was playing, and it was their lights came back to life for a second. So it's just very distorted.
I must have blinked.
I liked that little part. But then they also try to go through the door when there was a literal hole in the house, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, Omi decides to stay behind because she's like, well, this is my fault.
They're like, no, but don't try to stop it. And so because Max is she wants to face him. My bad.
And why is Max the only one that can think in this film?
Because he's the one he's literally the beginning and the end. And so we have Omi staying in. She's gonna face Krampus. Krampus comes down the chimney.
He's too thick for them chimneys.
Really is busting it out. And that's when we get to finally see in full what Krampus looks like ish.
I love the way they don't really show his face here. But in the horns and everything, the character design was very good. Yeah. It was good.
And it's scary. It really is.
If I saw that motherfucker in front of me in real life, oh no,
I'd be freaking out. It gives very Beauty and the Beast vibes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. The way he's hunched
over. Yeah, it does. And he's huge. He really is huge.
He is ginormous.
And so that's whenever Granny's having her moment where she's like confronting him, and then
he got his big ass tongue.
He has this tongue and has got his like claws out, and he's opening up his naughty children sack, and she looks into it.
Omi, get in the sack.
She looks into it, and from which we have to understand that she gets sucked into the sack, you know?
Yeah.
And so then...
Not just for children.
Not just that. And so Grandma's sacrifice is kind of whatever, in vain.
Pointless.
Pointless. Because then we have the rest of the family out trying to get to the snowplow, and one by one they're getting picked off. Tom gets taken away first.
Yeah, he decides he's going to stay back and shoot the things that are trying to attack them.
But like, no.
Yeah.
No avail, because once again, it's like trimmers. These little elves are like going through the snow and trying to pull them away.
That makes more sense than I put like whack-a-mole on X Games mode. But ew. And also, just why would you want to live where this much snow can happen?
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
That is too much. They were up to their knees.
Well, and it was a blizzard-ish and like supernatural, but still, you're right. No, it does get like that some places.
Yeah.
Why would you want to live there?
That's not.
Caitlin hates you if you live there, by the way.
I do.
She says,
are not a human being. Something's wrong with you.
Think smarter, please. And so they're all getting picked up.
And they put the kids into the thing, and they're like, we'll be right back. And it's like, are you going to make these children drive?
Yes, that's what they do.
They do,
That's literally what they do.
But I'm just like, they're like 10.
It's the way all the adults literally start sacrificing themselves. Like, no, for the children, and like, and one
if
by
you're
one,
not
they
there
all
to protect
die.
them, they're gonna die
It's
anyways.
very much like in an airplane. If we are in like a distressing moment, if the little oxygen masks deploy, put your mask on first before you put your child's mask on. Even you don't even got to put the child's mask on. Just put yours on first, because safety
Child
first.
can die.
And so
Don't
that's
let us
what
be parents.
literally, and that's what we have. Basically, you know, all of the parents are getting sucked away into the snow.
Dead.
We only have Max and Jordan left, and they're in the snowplow, and like, it's the way Max is trying to get it started and get away, but he's like, I don't know how to drive.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why?
Yeah, so it's pointless, because then the elves come and get Jordan anyways, and they
suck her out through the window.
And then we have
goes through the hole punch in the windshield.
Yes, that's true. Oh, and it's the way that Max did fight off that elf, and he pushed it into the snow, and it got taken away as well.
But yeah, like
by its own kind or people, or I don't know what they are.
We don't
give a fuck who it is. Get in the snow. We taking you away.
Yeah.
And so, well, I took that as like, because he didn't get Max, like Krampus was like, you failed at your job. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. So, we have
Max is left alone.
Max is left alone, and basically now
Final
it's time
boss
to confront Krampus.
Going off face to face.
And so, we have him meeting Krampus, and then Krampus basically gives
at
Max
the top of this like hellhole.
Well, not yet.
Oh, no, not yet.
Because Krampus gives him the note back, his little list, and that's when we find out that Max finds out like, this is because of me, kind of thing, and then it cuts to black, and then it makes you think like, well, that's it, like he got left behind, that's it. But then it comes back up, and that's whenever we see that Jordan is with all the other elves, and they're having like this little ritual, like they're all dancing around kind of thing. And
at the top of this now hellhole.
Yeah.
He like cracks open.
Well, because Max threw the little ornament that he gave him, because at that point, Krampus had gave him that ornament already, and he throws it back at him, saying like, I want my family back. You can keep your fucking stupid ornament.
Yeah.
And when it does that, it opens up a hole in the earth, and it's kind of basically into hell. And then
because I put, oh shit, Max left alone, all his family dead. Oh, they're not dead, they just in a parade.
Yeah. Well, it was only Jordan at that point. None of the rest of them were there.
Oh. There was a lot of other people there. It was all the elves.
The elves, yeah. And so then
and he said, hey assholes.
Yeah. And so we have him confronting Krampus, and he's like basically saying like, I take back my wish. I take back what I wish.
I want my family back.
And he says, take me instead. And so for
Never
them,
a good idea.
And so Krampus like kind of has this moment of like where he like wisps the tear off of his face, and it's kind of you thinking like this heartfelt moment, but then he just laughs, and then he grabs Max and he holds him over the flaming hole of death.
Oh yeah, I put like Krampus has a soft spot for tears, and I was like, oh
no, yeah. And then he drops him into the fucking hellhole of fire.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, they like just he falls looking like Gollum.
Basically, yeah, Lord of the Rings. And so then we cut to him waking up
in bed, like, because it's like one of those falling dreams. What, when you quite literally wake with a jump. That's what he did.
And so We have
falls out of bed too.
We're back, screaming, and then we have basically what's supposed to be, I guess, like the beginning of Christmas Day.
Yeah, and theoretically, it seems like it was just all a bad dream to make him believe in the spirit of Christmas. And then I put no one's dead. What a shame.
Yeah, right.
And then I was like, oh wait, no, they're weirdly glowy
because
this
now
world
the scenes are
not
like
real.
It's very like there's like a filter, there's like a glow. It seems like everybody's kind of like, oh, we're getting along
like
now.
a happy memory.
Yeah. And so then like, I mean, that's like we started getting the idea of like, okay, this is not real. This is like something's happening. And so then
almost speaking English.
Omi. And that's when we were like, we know Omi doesn't speak English. She speaks Russian. And
German.
My bad, you guys.
And she does also speak English a few other times in the film, but
her speaking, like her comfortable speaking in German. And so then we have Max opening up a last box of Christmas presents.
Yeah, they handed them out.
The Krampus
ornament
again.
Ornament.
And so that's like whenever all these voices of like things that have happened, like replaying the voices of the actual characters of what was happening throughout the movie, and they're all kind of like realizing like, oh shit.
And as they're each saying, like, because you hear those voices, but after each one comes, it just kind of like the sound gets more muffled and more quiet, just very like
it's drowned out.
Yeah, and you can see on their face that they all know.
And so
Dorothy pours more liquor.
Yep. And then we get to where it's panning out. We get out of the house, we get out of the view of the street, and they're in a motherfucking snow globe.
It's a snow globe.
It's a snow globe that is
they're just
amongst
on the
other
shelf.
snow globes on Krampus's shelf of like all the people that he's ever had to take away or teach the real true meaning of Christmas.
Yep. I just put yikes.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then after it pans out so much, all these little fucking Christmas elves pop up, and I thought that was dumb and unnecessary.
Yeah.
They really could have just panned to black, and I would have been like, mwah.
All right, you guys, movie's over. So this is my thoughts.
Okay.
I loved it. And so in tying in with that, I really actually like this movie. And for a Christmas horror movie, it wasn't as cheesy as a Christmas movie can be.
Oh, yeah.
But aside from that, it was so campy that at times, like the little noises and unneeded effects, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It really took me out of the element. And also, I wish that the little, like the toys and like the angel or all those things, like I honestly wish it was like demon-esque looking things or demon-esque like spawn of Satan kind of elf looking things. Because even the elves,
a little darker.
Even the elves didn't look scary.
Yeah.
No. And so I wish it was darker. Because
I was like, all those figures are sitting on my shelves right now.
I mean, at least for me, like we talked about it, maybe other friends who aren't so much into scary movies, this would kind of give them a little bit like scare. But
to us,
me,
it was not
funny.
Yeah.
And
it was just a good ride.
And I wish, it was a good ride, to be honest. But I just wish, like, I feel like I would have enjoyed it more if they would have leaned more on the scary and horror side of it as opposed to putting in that humor into it.
I see, like they were trying to make it more relatable for the general audience.
Maybe
but
so.
like if we could have gotten a truly actual horror, like themed and actual that direction, that would have been nicer.
Well, and see, like there's just things that I would have edited or changed in like those monster things, right? Being monsters instead of the toys, but also too, because I mean, like it's not like the dialogue, the script. There was enough comedy injected with like the script.
Yes.
Like Aunt Dorothy or
we didn't
things
need
that they would say. So we didn't need funny
figures.
Little noises like or that kind of taking away and making it a little bit more childish, which I guess is like the oxymoron of it all, because like I guess like you're supposed to be kind of like Christmas is about like childlike spirit and like mindset, but
also Krampus is a
little
literal demon
from hell, a spawn of hell. So but overall I think it was really digestible. It's literally only like an hour and a half, and I mean,
super
honestly,
easy to watch.
Instead of watching A Christmas Carol, put this hoe on at the family function.
Yeah, you're sure to get some.
Well, and even like
critiques on how you live your life.
Not even that, and like I feel like also
it's
too,
family,
and also too, it's just more so like, it's just more interesting. Like it's more, I don't know, it's more interesting to me.
Yeah,
it's not boring.
Turn off Die Hard. Put this on.
Yeah, I like it.
There we go. So how many boos?
So I'm going to give it a solid 3 boos.
3?
Yeah, just 3.
You knocked it down a peg?
Last night I was like 3.5, but like, no, just 3.
I overall enjoyed it. It was basically a straight up comedy for me.
Yeah.
Everything about it was humorous. I did again, I enjoyed it. I love the actual lore of Krampus. And so that was just fun to see it like kind of brought into, I guess, a westernized culture. Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
Krampus, but make it American.
Yeah. And it was just funny. But I did enjoy watching it. I didn't go, wow, that was a colossal waste of my time. Like, I mean, it was so fun. And yeah, I mean, it put me in the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
I wore a Christmas clip today.
Just because of it. Just one, because you guys. Just one.
Just one. It was actually just Santa. A gift from my student.
It's
but
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yes. So what boo would you give this?
I think.
Drum roll, please.
I'm just like thinking back to the other movies that Krampus. I gave like.
If you give this anything less than Krampus will literally come for you.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
JK.
2.5.
Okay, 2.5.
2.5.
Sure.
As a horror film.
Got you. Yeah, as a Christmas movie.
As a Christmas movie, 5.
Me too. Christmas all the way, it's a 5.
Love it the best for Christmas the holiday spirit. But as a horror film, I wasn't scared at all. And of course, not many horror films actually are scary, but it's just
at least to us, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, we're so desensitized. Like, I mean, we watch them literally all the time.
I would literally be laughing at the actual horror movies that we watch.
Exactly,
so
same.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I still enjoyed the movie. Well, the acting was pretty good.
The acting was very good, but it's such a like coping mechanism too to laugh at things that are happening in horror movies.
That's
because
true.
It's like it's so absurd, but it's
I have
if you were to believe.
Big anecdote for that when we cover Midsummer.
Okay, it's such a like because all you can do is like laugh at the horribleness of that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, I mean, overall. If you haven't seen it, you guys, for the time of the year,
worth the watch.
I suggest it. Watch it. It's
fun. Put this on Christmas morning while you open your gifts.
Yeah.
You'll be all very thankful that you didn't, was that one movie where they give out the little bell? Is that like Choo Choo Train one? Polar Express.
I've never seen it.
Oh, that little Choo Choo Train one. You get a bell, and once you can no longer hear the bell ringing, you don't believe in Santa.
Magic?
Yeah, and magic. So you don't want to get this bell.
Not at all.
I guess you don't want to get the other bell. I mean, well, if you can still hear it, you still believe in Santa. I don't know.
I don't believe in shit.
I believe in Santa.
JK.
Santa never brings me no gifts, so oh well. I buy myself gifts. I'm my own Santa.
Or I tell my mom and dad or sister or anybody, give me some cash.
Yeah, I literally
cold hard cash or deposit into my bank account, please. Thank you. Nothing
Would you like
else.
to pay my bills this month?
Dude, I've done that like the past few Christmases, like, hey, play, and
just
then
please
it's
pay
the way,
my rent.
but it's the way they're always like, no, you need. I'm like, no, like this is what I need. I don't need something unnecessary. I need to survive. And it will take my stress levels away, and I don't have to think about it for at least a month. Payment? For at least a month.
Something, yeah. Of course, that never happens.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I get a gas gift card though, which was great for my Jeep. For my Prius, it's a little bit like I can make it stretch. Anyways, I have to pee so bad.
So we're going to end this podcast, you guys.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
motherfuckers.
Christmas to y'all.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay. Please believe in Santa or else Krampus will come.
Or you will get snatched.
Yeah.
My neck, my back, my naughty children's sack. Christmas sack.
Or children's sack. Both,
yeah, he puts Christmas children in them.
Anyways,
fuck, we got a whole sign off. I was about to say BooBaes. We're in the lovely fucking Rogue Media Network studios. Oh my god.
It's okay.
They make us sound great, and well, we're gonna sound chaotic this episode no matter what.
But they're always so accommodating. We are here recording when we don't usually record because we got things going on. It's the holidays.
It is.
And we just also implore everybody else to just check out all the other shows they got going on because they have so many shows. There's something for everybody.
Poltergals,
Please.
love them. Just was
out.
Talking with one of them earlier, just a second ago.
Before we started recording. And you can find us on anywhere you devour your podcast. I mean, there's Apple, there is Spotify, yes. And if you do
Stitcher.
listen on Apple, make sure to
rate, review, subscribe. It's the only way we can get ahead. Leave 5 stars.
Please leave all the stars.
Literally, if you just write, I like, and like, just fucking
me likey.
If you leaving a review honestly helps so much. So if you can, that would be amazing. Along with that 5-star. But you can also find us on exactly one social media platform, being Instagram.
At BooBaes Podcast.
That's right. All one word.
It's the way that I'm like a little show pony. Every time you say that, I'm like, at BooBaes podcast.
At BooBaes podcast. I'm ready to do my dance.
That's my job.
You also say.
And it's BOOBAES, not
That's right.
BooBaes, because we are not babes. We are babes.
That's right.
We're babes. And we're so excited and ready to watch even more horror. We're ending this year with Krampus, right?
Well, I think another week happens and we'll do like Scream.
Well, we're going to do that, but this is going to be the last one out before... Like, it's going to be the new year when the next one comes out. No?
Really? How does math work?
Yeah. This is the last one of the year.
When is Christmas even?
It's next week, girl.
Oh, well, no. So, okay, this one will come out on the 21st. We would have the 28th.
Never mind, you guys. Do not listen to me.
We have one more.
I am 2 Trulies away from making any important decisions right now. All right.
Yay. On that note, be safe and Merry Christmas. Bye, bays.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Frozen, Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about Frozen, Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Mike.
And we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros, Foes, Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Frozen, Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about Frozen, Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.